going on? It's your boy Ron Don, and we back. Part 2. Lead with love and find your true self. It's the My Way or the Highway podcast. And we back to the fuckery.
Shenanigans.
The shenanigans, man. And what we were talking about before, technical difficulties. I asked a question to the lovely ladies. Would you rather 50 chances with one guy or 50 guys, one chance? Who wants to kick it off?
Go ahead, Seth.
Definitely 50 chances with one guy. For me, might as well pick the person that you are willing to go through hell with, because by the time you get done dealing with 50 niggas, you exchanging all this unnecessary energy, and now you heartbroken crying in the corner when you could have just been heartbroken crying in the corner with one body instead of 50. That's all I'm saying.
What about you?
Well, I say it's by default that y'all get that many chances. I don't think naturally women want to give that many chances to anybody, but definitely taking one chance with 50 different people is definitely not going to be the answer. So you
is it because you don't want to get to know, because a lot of girls say that body count don't matter.
I don't know who said that, because that's exchanging a lot of energy. If you're going to go and try 50, can you take eating 50 different tastes, testing 50 different kind of food?
Nah, 50,
without your stomach starting to fucking hurt.
So all of that is you storing that in your subconscious. It's a lot of energy and stuff like that you.
Every person you deal with does end up getting a piece of you, so you definitely don't want that happening. But do we want to give one person 50 chances? No. Absolutely not. You want them to get it right the second or third chance, which is one too many. But
you'll drain yourself way more with more people, though.
So while girls say, if he cheats, she gonna cheat back.
That's they more.
If he cheat, she gonna cheat back.
Yeah, because if we talking about you don't want to catch 50 bodies. I mean, why girls gonna go out of their character when a guy does his thing?
Literal, but kind of sort of
Because when a girl cheats, she's cheating and she's scouting for her next
her next mate.
Because at the end, she's still going to be able to take only but so much, and eventually your relationship, you're not going to have more, but so many more chances. And if that chance, if it's you on your 50th chance, the new nigga that she just started dealing with.
So would you rather a guy with a lot of experience or a little experience? Because me and you had a conversation in the DM, Seb, about what was that conversation about?
Basically about what was the saying? The key?
Okay.
The lock and the key.
All right. So to rebuttal to that, even master keys dull over time. It does not matter whether you male or
your
woman.
key gonna be sharp.
Bro, it does not matter you male, you're a woman. You should not be sharing your body, your soul, your mind, your energy with that many people. It does not matter what gender you are.
Let me see if I could find the quote, but I don't have the exact quote, but the quote was something like, a key that opens many locks is a master key, and a lock that's opened by many keys is a shitty lock. And she was like, you said your little thing the key can get dull, and I'm like, well, a man has to experience different women in order to be able to satisfy y'all, because how y'all coming now. I need a big Johnson and all these different things.
But then how can you contradict yourself? Because then if a woman, you mess with a female that's not experienced, and you be talking about how she don't know how to ride dick.
Oh, I don't care if she's experienced at all. I'll take a virgin, and that's what I said to her.
So what if a woman don't care? What if a woman don't care?
See, they gonna know you cap. You wearing a cap right now. The audience is gonna know you capping, because most women want a man with experience. It is what it is.
But have a woman ever said that to you?
But you had a story, right, Sev?
I'm like, that might be most women. I'm not most women. Me personally, even going as far with Islam and stuff like that, it's like when you truly understand how relationships are supposed to be, how like going back to like the sharing of energy and stuff like that, when you truly understand things like that, sex is not supposed to be the foundation of your relationship. Like the foundation of your relationship is supposed to be like, you know, trust, understanding, and friendship and getting to know one another. So sex is supposed to be just like the cherry on top. And when you have that certain respect foundation, you're automatically gonna know how to like connect to your partner. And if you don't, in due time you will.
But let's be completely honest. It's people getting divorced because they're not satisfied. I know this guy.
It's not all about sexually.
Yeah, like it's not like those people. Obviously, they didn't have a strong foundation. I feel like anybody with a true strong foundation, like you're gonna know how to.
You know how they had in the Bible. You know, Adam and Eve. They were in. You know, they had everything. You know what I'm saying? And the serpent came and he whispered in their ear like, "It's more there." And I feel like no, this is what I'm saying. You know, a lot of females hang out with other girls that tell them about their, you know, their experiences. You know, yeah, girl, this, that, and the third, and she's like, damn, I'm not getting that. And then she starts to feel like she needs more, and her man's not enough. So she goes out there to find, even you heard your girl Jada, what she said. She was like, I had to learn that I can't find happiness outside of myself.
See, now that's right there. Love what you just said, because it goes back to you knowing yourself. Like, if you in tune with yourself,
to know yourself and be confident.
You wouldn't need outsiders. Like, you wouldn't allow outsiders to get to you. And Jada, that's a different story.
Because they're going to be able to validate who you are as a person. Then you can't
what did you just
come back and tell
She said she gotta find happiness
she
outside
said
herself.
She found out, you know, after she, you know, went on and, you know, messed with other people, she found out that she couldn't find happiness outside of herself.
Right. So that, basically, like, happiness it starts from within. You're not happy with yourself.
So basically what she's saying, she was out there doing the whole
bunch of bullshit for nothing.
That wasn't making her happy. Like, now she want to come back.
So I got a question. Do you think everybody has to have a whole phase?
I personally don't. I think in this time, like, it doesn't. Things have changed so bad. Like, things have changed so much. Like, things have changed a lot. So, of course, nowadays, like, everybody's, like, you know, brainwashing to believe in that bullshit. Like, oh, everybody got to go through a whole phase and all this stuff. But
depends on what the whole phase is.
Go ahead. What you saying?
No, I ain't going to speak too much on having a whole phase. But, because I don't know if I would call my doings being a whole phase.
I'm just saying. I mean, the advice that we hear is like, you gonna go out there and, you know, learn yourself, so you'll be able to give that to your partner. But
if the definition of learning yourself is going out there and screwing a bunch of people for validation, you gotta look within yourself.
It. And that's
learning
why
myself is sitting in a room in silence and freaking meditating, and then, you know, just like you said, you stop smoking and stuff, all this, so the answers come to you. That's learning yourself.
And that's why we are so so combative as men and women.
I don't feel like people even get to meet themselves, because a lot of times people jump from relationship to relationship. You know,
in today's time. Now, had things still have been how they were, you know, like in like biblical times and stuff like that, where they got married young, they knew what they were doing. There was a certain respect level that you automatically had for human beings. The respect is not there anymore. So, of course, as a lot of people left to go looking outside of themselves for the happiness.
So, does it help or hurt for somebody to go out there and gain experience?
Hurt.
If you're doing it to be malice, then it's probably going to backfire on you. If you're doing it because if you're doing it to be malice, it's going to backfire on you. That's why it's so crucial now in the dating world, because women, like you said, who had their whole phase or had their share of this, that, and the third, and even men, when you do find somebody, it's like, I don't have no time to play. Like, there's no playing time. And it's like, to men, it's like, oh, she's so, you know, why you so aggressive? But it's like, why is not everybody ready?
A lot of men don't want to pay full price for a used vehicle.
Okay, so All right.
Well, when you get on another planet where there's brand new females,
That's all I'm saying.
when you go on another planet where there's fresh, fish that they just got there and never been touched, and you let us know how that works out.
This is educational for the people that haven't done this yet. So like I think if you guys feel that way, I think the advice should be to other people. It's like, yo, you don't have to go out there just because this guy went and did this. Like I always be like, yo, listen, Iceman is never gonna shoot beams out of his eyes, right? Because it's not his character. Why are you letting people change who you are? That means you really don't know who you are, because just because this dude had sex with somebody, making that's what you wanted to do. Exactly. That's probably what you wanted to do the whole time.
And then imagine if everybody were on the same page. Like imagine if everybody got to know themselves truly. Like there wouldn't be no used vehicles and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like if we want to add value onto something, like we got to do it as a whole. If not, you're just gonna hurt, because like there's different forms of hurt. It could be like even like a guy, right? This master key analogy, whatever, right? Let's say this guy ends up going out and messing with a bunch of women and stuff like that. Now, when he finally finds this unused car that is willing to, get him to point A to point B, he's not gonna know how to drive the shit. So it's like,
why wouldn't he?
Because he's so used to these beat down broke ass cars.
All these hoopies.
This shit Tesla. Like he don't know how to work.
Same regular gas.
When a man runs into a good woman, he's going to try to keep her.
So men don't lose good women every day because he's out doing what he's doing?
Okay, I'll give you that. And then
in the process, the damage is already done.
Because there's some women
got to go through all the bullshit.
Some women's not going to put up with it. So they don't get to run her down or beat her up and make her use cars. She moves on. And that's not because that's what she wanted to do, like you just said. She went to go fuck off because that's what she wanted to do the whole time. Mm-hmm. She didn't give that nigga 50 chances. And that's the difference between certain women. There's going to be women that stay, oh, fuck it, let me just, whatever, I don't feel like going on. No. It's going to be some women like, I wish I would, because I know it's a nigga right outside of this door that I don't got to put up with this shit with.
Okay,
that's just as high value as I am.
Okay, I got another question then. Say you're in a relationship and you find out, that your man has slept with 10 women one time.
That I know?
No. Or
he's just out fucking.
Or he had sex with one girl 10 times. Which one is worse?
Both.
It's
definitely the 10 different women. What? It's definitely 10 different women.
No, because if he having sex 10 times with one girl, he's established a relationship. So now you got a sister wife.
Oh wait,
that's not happening.
Wait. You said if we are in a relationship.
So if you're in a relationship and you find out that your man has slept with this girl 10 times, or what? So it's basically, what would you rather happen? Or which one is worse?
Question. I thought it was like in general.
Which one is worse? Your man sleeping with 10 girls one time, or one girl 10 times?
Yeah, both.
If he's sleeping with one girl 10 times, that's how you end up in a situation. Yeah. That's where a situationship comes into play. Because if you're coming back to have sex with the same girl, you like something there that you keep going back to. If you going having one night stands with 10 different girls, you probably didn't even see their face. But this bitch that you just keep going back to, now we got a problem. Do we have a problem? Yeah, no, that's a problem. But even though both are very bad, they are still very bad.
That's a fact, man. And I don't think, if you was flipping around, if your girl was doing something like that, man, I don't know if I could stomach it.
If I had one nigga I was fucking 10 times, you might as well pack it up and go.
I'm gonna pack it up and
because
go.
you guys,
I'm gonna pack up.
Because you guys gotta have like some type of emotional attachment to a guy to even get to that level anyway, right?
Yeah. And for a nigga to tolerate you, because niggas don't even have the the attention span to tolerate a female that long, because a lot of bitches just fast, but do a lot of stuff. So I mean, they don't even got the attention span. So if a nigga got a time for you, then hey.
I mean, I took a girl back that cheated on me before, but it was.
You would want somebody to take you back because you cheated.
I mean, but I did get. That ain't even why we broke up, honestly, but. It burned inside.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, Once the damage is done, it's like even if you decide to go forward, like that's still always gonna be in the back of your head. Like,
See, men be hurt, butt hurt. Nigga, they cheat all day and come home and cheat and come home to a good woman.
and do it for a living.
Your girl finally step out because she done put up with enough of your bullshit. All right.
For her to let
this is the
somebody
get
else
back.
into her world, it's just
Yeah, that means that you almost out of there. That's all that means. She don't want to go all the way, but you're pushing it. And every time you do something, or every time you don't come
so.
home,
What makes a
or every
girl
time you
want to
didn't
get to that
text.
level? Then tell me that. Like,
That's what I said. Every time you don't text or every time you don't call, that shit gets written down in a mental notebook. She ain't go nowhere yet, but this nigga that she got playing the backfield, he about to be batter up.
Like anything like lack of stability, lack of attention, like everything you lacking. Like and that this
And when a
man
nigga's so
is
confident in
giving.
his position, he don't think he's slipping.
Well, I mean, I see that's like y'all human nature. You know, you guys are looking for like security, stability. You know what I mean?
Always.
So if you seeing your man is like inadequate, like he's not able to take care of you, you probably are gonna try to go find the next strongest male that you can.
Well,
Fine.
me
All
personally,
y'all care
I'm
about
gonna
is the
leave.
next piece of
I'm gonna
ass.
leave, and I'm gonna like allow my next blessing to come to me, whatever. But like,
That too.
yeah, that's me personally. But some
They just be
people
blocking
they
their
cheat
blessings.
and they
How
find it
how
right then and there.
how long after getting out of a relationship, when is too soon to start dealing with the next person?
Honestly,
how much
there's no
time do you
time.
need
I
to
feel like whenever
to
you
heal?
heal,
I could walk to
whenever
Starbucks
you're-
and find the
right.
next. Like you
Yeah.
could break up me in the car, and if I walk in Starbucks,
But that's what we was talking about off camera, right? A lot of people are walking around with wounds and they're bleeding over everybody, man. Y'all cutting, y'all scar, and you not giving yourself no chance to heal.
right.
That's why I said whenever you heal,
Some-
whenever you feel like
Sometimes you gotta be alone to find yourself. You know what I'm saying? Imagine living in an apartment with somebody and you never spoke to them and you was in an apartment with them for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? You just see them when you going in and out, right? But then one day something, dramatic happens in your life and it forces you to sit down and you sitting in that front room and they're in there too. And you start to talk to them and you find out that this person is you. I feel like people so much on the go, on the move so much that they don't never get time to even find out who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like you mentioned meditation. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of people do that. If you would do that at least 20, 15 minutes in the morning, you know what I'm
I do
saying?
yoga 10 minutes a
a
morning.
huge
You know what I'm
difference.
saying? It'll settle your day. You know
It
what I'm
does.
saying? It sets your day off to be like, in a better direction. You know what I mean? And I feel like, we just everything fast paced now, and you on to the next, social media, all these different things. It's just like, I don't know. Like we on a hamster wheel. Like it's a cycle. Everything cycle. Even they talk about in the Bible with the Israelites. Like every time like they started worshiping worldly things and like a savior come, but then it'll happen again and again. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're in the new Babylon right now. They said Babylon was a place where like people exalted themselves, like they praised themselves. Like right now, it just seems like everybody think it's about them.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? I be
That's
telling
how it
people
is
all the
right now.
time, like my journey not about me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get somewhere to just lead by example and try to help other people. They say 85% of the world is sheep. 10% of the world is the people that know about it, that take advantage of everybody, and then they got the 5%.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? That we could call woke.
right.
You know what I mean? And so it's just like we got to break that cycle. You know what I'm saying? And it's by having conversations and leading by example. You know what I'm saying? And you got to figure out that your happiness ain't
Knowing
always
your
what.
purpose.
Right, yeah. And it ain't always about you.
Yeah. And a lot of happiness actually comes from helping others. Believe it or
Yeah.
not, like that's one of my coping methods. Like I know, like if I ever feel down one day, like all I do, I'll just like hit somebody up, make sure they alright, and then 9 times out of 10, like they make me laugh or some shit like that, and they, show
Yeah,
gratitude
you gotta have a
for me
support
even-
system, some
Yeah.
type. Even if it's
So
your
it's like-
mom, calling your mom on the phone.
Yeah, you help other people. Like, how good do you feel if you give a homeless person $2, bro? It makes you feel great. It's like a very small thing to do, but it changes your whole day. So, I feel like people just gotta like
And people believe in themselves too. So it's really hard to convince people otherwise when everybody just believe. Yeah. You know, they one-track mind and don't, you know, everybody got tunnel vision.
Everybody speak to, I mean, they listen to respond. A lot of people, they don't listen to learn.
Because everybody right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Even though I'm a Taurus, so we're naturally always right. So I'm going to just say that while we on.
I'm a Cancer.
Right.
You said, what's your sign?
Cancer.
Oh,
a developed Cancer. Let me put that out there.
Would you guys disqualify a guy based on his sign?
No, not me personally. It's more of your. I pay attention to upbringing.
I'm not with all that astrology.
Yeah, I pay
what's
more
your
attention to upbringing.
What's your star? Like what day? What time you was born? That you're still a piece of shit.
I seen on this podcast, this girl was like, he's not gonna cheat on me. He's a Capricorn, and they're very loyal.
Oh nah, you gotta grow up. You gotta grow up.
Because I hear
people like that scare me.
I hear a lot of people like, you know, I check their signs. You know, I you know, like, I don't know. You know, it's a new thing. Like, you could kind of use that against the girl that believes in the sign, because once you learn about what she compatible with, you could just finesse.
Right, I don't like, I believe in it to a certain extent, but I don't think that makes your character. Like, that's not that doesn't make your character. Like, I feel like upbringing like truly makes your character, because you could have a Cap in the hood and a Cap in the suburbs, and it's like, all right,
two different Capricorns.
Yeah, like okay, so this like person, or I'm gonna use a Cancer because that's how I know myself. I don't really know the other signs, whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, we are like supposedly naturally loving and sensitive and all this stuff, right? All right, but if you was to grow up in like the hood or something like that, you're automatically going to put up a wall of protection, because that's how your surroundings is.
You're not gonna get the same reaction out of that.
Mad, nice, and you know what I mean. So it's like, me personally, I pay more attention to upbringing, like how were you raised, stuff like that.
And it seemed like people are choosing to be, you know, a single parent nowadays. Like, before even, you know, people right now having kids and they not even thinking about that it's needed to have two parents in the house.
They having kids to keep people around, to keep
it's all for a photo shoot. Look, it's for a photo shoot. The shower is crazy now, and the gender reveal is like unheard of. Like,
father don't even be there.
Like, I don't even think people are thinking all the way through, like, that you're gonna actually have this kid their whole life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're gonna have this kid your whole life, and
it's always gonna wonder where their father is.
You know what I mean? So, and I think that's raising a lot of broken people. I think that's why the world is the way it is right now, because a lot of times, you know, people are getting raised by a single parent. You know what I mean? They not really learning both spectrums of, you know what I'm saying, of the whole totem pole. Like I don't know.
That's why men put their moms first still now instead of their wives, and they be always mom and your mother-in-law and a girl or wife bumping heads, because a man literally don't know how to distinguish the importance of the two. Your mother is your mother, but when you become the head of a household or the man of the house, your wife is your number one woman for you to take care of. You got a daughter. Or that. But like, when it comes to that whole, a lot of niggas is still mama's boys, and that becomes a real big problem, because why? When you fight with your girl or whatever the case is, niggas run to their mama house, like, or go back home or some wild shit like that, instead of being a man and being the man of the house. It's like, my mom got me.
So you guys both you think like it would be better to have two parents in the house to raise a kid, right?
Yeah, your dad will show you what you're supposed to do to take care of a house.
It's like
unless your dad's a piece of shit.
Parent styles are different. Like, a mother's love is way different than a father's love. A father can teach you things your mother simply just can't. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's definitely important. They're there for a reason.
And he's like discipline. He's gonna basically kind of be like the disciplinary person.
Yeah, mother can only do but so much.
Especially for the sons. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So when you growing up as a man, like, your father gonna discipline you, like, yo, you shouldn't be doing that, or, you know, society gonna discipline you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, me growing up, I always used to hear in different households, yo, daddy ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's been like embedded in our heads. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they might not have been saying that to me, but they might have been saying that to my friend about his dad or her dad. You know what I'm saying? And now you growing up, your daddy ain't shit.
But then that's how they walk outside and treat the world. So that's why everybody,
niggas ain't shit at that point, right?
Yeah, that's why they go outside and treat the world like that, because at the end of the day, every little boy needs somebody that at least not fear, not saying that you're supposed to be fear, but you need somebody to be scared of.
Yeah.
Because you grow up from, you know, being an infant, you ain't never been scared of nobody. That's why you go outside and think you can argue with the cops. Or you don't have nobody to be scared of. A man or a little boy that had his dad, you know, you speak to other men even with respect. A lot of niggas now be looking at the old heads like, don't talk to me, you know, with straight disrespect. Because they didn't have a dad. And you don't know that you need to talk to elders, whether you gang banging, all this, that, and the third. That old elder does not need to know who you are as a child. You're a child. But they don't understand that because their nobody's father was ever around to put some type of fear.
More of the story is, raise your kids right, people. Raise your kids right. And, you know, we're going to close it out, you know. We always love to have the conversation, you know what I mean? So people can learn about these things. And you know it's your boy Ron Don. Leave with love to find your true self. It's the My Way or the Highway podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And we out.